confirmation. And the first key of that is making a prediction, asking yourself, where's the market likely to go? We like to use an acronym around here called IPDE. Write this down. IPDE. This stands for identify, predict, decide, and execute. The first thing we want to do whenever we open our price chart up for the day, and whenever we start doing our pre-market analysis, we want to identify what is the market doing. Is the market trending? Is the market in consolidation? Are we in a bullish trend? Are we in a bearish trend? Where are our structure levels at? Are we close to one? Are we in an extension? Are we at an outside return? Whatever it may be, we want to identify what the market is doing. After we do that, we can then make a prediction. Where is the market likely to go next? Great example. If I'm watching price action move like this, I open up my charts first thing in the morning and I see this. What do I notice? Well, I notice a new structure high. After I identify this new structure high, I know I can make two predictions, I should say. I can say if the market is going to continue up, then it's likely to go here. If-then thought process, remember that. If-then. If the market's going to continue up, then we're likely to go to this level right here. If the market is going to retrace, then we're most likely to come into this structure level. Therefore, I'm one step ahead of the market. I hear a lot of you guys mentioning the OODA loop, so you guys are familiar. I'm one step ahead of the market. I don't care what the market does next. I can't control it after all. I'm just here to participate. But I know no matter what the market does, I've come to a decision, which is our D. I've come to a decision on where it needs to go and what do I need to occur in order to enter a trade. And I bring this up because it all starts with identification. And you guys don't notice by now I'm trying to hammer this. We're trying to hammer this into you that you got to learn the basics. You got to learn how to identify structure. So getting back to actual structure, once we get this new structure high, we should expect an outside return. Our outside return usually comes in a previous structure zone. And then we continue our cycle. Price action pushes up. We're going to test our new structure high. This new structure high is the resistance level. If we get a higher high, higher close, I expect the market to continue up and eventually put an outside return that comes back to that previous structure high. Let's clean up this chart. Let me actually just see if we hit target 2s. I don't think we did. Came close. Let's scrunch up this chart and let's see if we can find this actually a pretty choppy market. I may have to go to a different one. Here we go. We can see a perfect example of this here. Oh, we're going to be just off of it. We have our initial starting point right here. And I see Jose says, my problem is all the little swing points between major and structure lines. Well, as you become more, as you get used to the markets, as you spend more and more time in the markets, you learn what to ignore and what not to ignore. And that all comes from time in the market. You got to practice this stuff. There's going to be a lot of ebbs and flows within trends. You know, after all, these 5-minute charts are just the ebbs and flows within higher time frames.
So your problem goes way deeper than that. Okay, just if we're being honest, that's not your biggest problem. You got a whole string of problems. You know, the key point here is, and I get this happens every time we do this, so I want to, now that everybody's kind of gotten it out of their system, I want to address it. Everybody right now is looking at what Akil is teaching, and you're saying to yourself, okay, what's the strategy? How do I know when to enter? How do I know where to take my profits? And you're trying to figure out, well, what's the confirmation for the trade? Akil talked about confirmation. What's the confirmation? What is that? Okay? It doesn't matter. Okay? Crawl, walk, run. What Akil's talking right now